Warm greetings from us here all the way from Eros Park. I'm Selima Shimwefeleni Masipa. Leading tonight's bulletin, the Deputy Minister of Defence, Hilma Nicanor, has urged commanders to ensure reinforcement and implementation of the gender policy and create awareness about gender equality. Isabel Bento, our Eronga-based reporter, compiled our first report.
In a speech delivered on her behalf at the opening of a workshop to validate the Namibian Defence Force gender policy and procedures in Swakopmund on Monday, Nicanor noted that gender issues have become a significant subject in the military sector. The NDF gender policy was developed to ensure the effectiveness of the force operations. She said many armed forces, including the NDF, recognize that mixed teams of female and male troops may better fulfill mission goals. As a result, the NDF aims at recruiting, retaining, and promoting more women into senior roles, as well as to build strong morale and prevent internal abuse within the armed forces. The 5-day workshop also intends to give guidelines that will help the adoption of strategies aimed at empowering women and eliminating all tendencies that view them with contempt, which are generally due to cultural upbringings. The draft policy shuns this reactionary tendency and encourages men and women in the NDF to acquaint themselves with and adhere to the guidelines set in the policy.
The Ministry of Environment, Forestry and Tourism, in partnership with the United Nations Development Programme on Monday, officially launched the national consultation activities of the Stockholm Plus 50 initiative in Windhoek. Xinhua brings us the details.
The aim of the initiative is to gather Namibian voices and opinions on environmental issues that will be discussed at a high-level meeting in Stockholm, Sweden from the 2nd to the 3rd of June 2022. The initiative will run under the theme A Healthy Planet for the Prosperity of All, Our Responsibility, Our Opportunity. Speaking at the launch, Ministry of Environment, Forestry and Tourism Deputy Minister Heather Simbungu said the commemoration of the Stockholm Plus 50 this year will act as a springboard to accelerate the implementation of the UN Decade of Action to deliver the Sustainable Development Goals, including the 2030 Agenda, Paris Agreement on Climate Change, and the post-2020 Global Biodiversity Framework, and encourage the adaptation of the green post-COVID-19 recovery plans. She added Namibia is grateful to the support from the Swedish government through UNDP for making it possible for Namibia to conduct national consultations on Stockholm Plus 50.
We stay with the Environment Ministry, which announced on Monday that Namibia's hunting season will commence on the 1st of May with game birds and large game species consisting of kudu, oryx and red hartebeest, as well as small game species like springbok and warthog are huntable. Xinhua brings us this report once more.
The hunting season enables members of the public to hunt certain species of the game at the invitation of a farm owner, lessee of a farm, or a registered conservancy, Namibia's Minister of Environment, Forestry and Tourism, Pohamba Shifeta, said in a statement. According to Shifeta, huntable game species can be hunted over the period from May the 1st to August the 31st in the case of commercial farms of not less than 1,000 hectares and which are enclosed with registered game-proof fences, and on registered conservancies where quotas have been approved for huntable game species. He stressed huntable game birds may be hunted by virtue of a written permission of the owner or lessee of a farm or piece of land, the size and the extent of not less than 1,000 hectares, and which is enclosed with at least an adequate fence and within the boundaries of registered. Shifeta also said hunting permits will only be issued to farm owners or lessees or to the conservancies committees in the case of registered conservancies. He added a fee of $100 Namibian shall apply for each permit, and hunting permits cannot be used to take horns out of Namibia. No such export may take place without prior permission from the Minister of Environment, Forestry and Tourism.
On to news from the Hardap region. Residents in Marienthal, particularly those in the Empelheim neighborhood, have urged the local municipality to clean up the cemetery, which has been neglected for months. Shalva Vels compiled this insert.
According to locals who contacted this agency, Marienthal has 3 graveyards, one in Empelheim suburb, one in Emaplachte and one in the town area, indicating that the 2 cemeteries located in the suburb, as opposed to the one located in town, have been in severe disrepair. According to the residents, Empelheim Cemetery has a caretaker who works for the municipality and is in charge of watering the plants. However, due to heavy rains at the beginning of the year, the cemetery's condition is deteriorating by the day. Nampa on Monday spoke to Mariental Municipality Community Development Officer Domingo Matesu, who said the municipality is well aware of the conditions of all three cemeteries and that the authorities have resorted to every option that is within the available resources to ensure the cemeteries are well looked after. Matesu said through the municipality's efforts, it received assistance from the Mariental Correctional Facility, which aided with some prisoners who were willing to help clean the cemeteries, but this was only a temporary arrangement.
Kindly stand by for your top roundup. Primetime business segment tonight. The Development Bank of Namibia's COVID-19 business relief loan of 53 million Namibian dollars has helped preserve approximately 950 jobs by financing the salaries of employees of Gondwana Collection Namibia. Shalva Wells once more compiled this report.
The 950 employees are spread across the group's 28 lodging establishments and businesses. According to DBN Executive for Marketing and Corporate Communication Jerome Mutumba, a recovery of Namibia's tourism and hospitality sector was expected in 2021, but this did not happen due to the continued global impact of COVID-19, particularly the emergence of the Omicron COVID-19 variant and the subsequent red listing of Namibia and other Southern African countries. He said in a statement yesterday that the industry now hopes that as a result of very positive current and especially future bookings, the industry will begin to recover in 2022. He added that at the height of the Delta phase of COVID-19 infections, Gondwana committed to preserving its workforce and their income as responsibly as possible. Among the measures taken by the group, management has taken significant salary cuts, and other employees have also accepted salary cuts. Other cost-cutting measures included tightening work schedules, limiting overtime, establishing leave schedules, and operating with skeleton crews where possible. Mutumba said DBN is doing everything possible to ensure the industry's long-term viability.
On to bilateral relations. Trade volumes between Namibia and Angola fell below the desired levels compared to that between Namibia and other neighboring countries, despite the two countries' relations spanning over 5 decades.
According to the Executive Director in the Ministry of Trade, Industrialization, Sikongo Hayambo, the two countries need to pursue a more focused agenda that will increase trade and investment opportunities between them. Hayambo noted that they will only be able to achieve all these desired outcomes once the Namibia-Angola Joint Trade Committee is fully constituted and operationalized with a view to oversee the implementation of the foresaid agreement. Hayambo made these remarks during the opening of the 3-day inaugural session of the Namibia-Angola Joint Trade Committee on Monday in Swakopmund. Namibia and Angola signed the Trade Economic Cooperation Agreement in 2004, followed by the terms of reference to operationalize the Angola-Namibia Joint Trade Committee in 2014.
And with that insert, we've come to the end of the top news for this evening. Kindly stay tuned for the economics roundup, followed by the weather forecast.
Good evening and welcome to All Things Sport on Sport Planet. I'm Joy Gosses. Cricket headlines the segment tonight. The Namibia senior women's cricket team, the Capricorn Eagles, produced a stunning performance in the last 4 overs to beat Uganda by 5 wickets at the ongoing Capricorn Women's Tri-Nation Series at the CCT Field in the capital on Monday. The Eagles won the toss and elected to field first and restricted Uganda to 93 runs for the 3 in their allocated 20 overs. On to the much-anticipated Hamdinga Champions League clash tonight. Carlo Ancelotti said on Monday that Real Madrid's glittering history in the Champions League gives them an advantage when they face Manchester City in the first leg of the semi-finals tonight. Madrid's 13 European triumphs makes them the most successful club in the competition, while City only appeared in the Champions League final for the first time last year, when they were beaten 1-0 by Chelsea. Pep Guardiola admitted Manchester City cannot compete with Real Madrid's European pedigree, but said they can write a new chapter of their own. Kindly stand by for your sports roundup. With the Sport Planet segment, we have come to the end of Tuesday's edition of Primetime News. Many thanks for joining us. Once more, another reminder that if you are new to this channel, please subscribe, like, share, and click the notifications bell to stay posted on the latest happenings locally and globally. Feel free to interact with us in the comment section. Catch us tomorrow as we bring to you the midweek edition of Primetime News. From myself, Joy Gosses, and the entire production crew, have a lovely evening.